Hello there, welcome to the Brassettes Podcast. In this episode, I chat to Jen Oliverio, who is Principal Cornet at Fountain City Brass Band. She's also a trumpet professor at Missouri Western State University. Hope you enjoy our chat.
Hello, Jen. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I've had a few little mishaps there, but I'm all right.
No worries at all.
Dear me. Well, I was writing a few notes, then I ended up I've got red ink all over my hands, what I can't get off.
Oh, no.
So just stuff like that. And then I've just set my MacBook up and it wouldn't work on my MacBook, so I'm doing it on my phone. So never mind. It's all part of it, isn't it?
It's always an adventure, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Of course, I was honored to be asked. It's a really exciting initiative.
The thing is, it's been going for a year now, and I set myself a little task, like you do. You know, I thought, I give myself a challenge that I'll do 2 a month for a year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been so lovely to be able to just chat to so many different ladies, and so I've decided to keep going with it. And I thought, well, even if I just do 1 a month, it's just lovely to hear everybody's stories, and it's just so inspiring, I think.
Absolutely.
You know, and I know, like, we've got the online community, which is nice because people are engaging there as well. And I just think, like we wouldn't have got to do this, would we? It's really nice to be able to. Yeah. So I've just been having a look through all your channels, and you are very busy, aren't you? You do loads.
Yeah. Definitely busy for sure. And sometimes it's a blessing and sometimes it's a little bit of a curse, but that's okay.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's I think it's all balance, isn't it? It's trying to keep everything, because that's it with music and practicing and playing. It's a massive, isn't it? It's such a big deal. We need to all keep ourselves right to be able to do it all, and especially when you've got a family as well and working.
Absolutely. For me, a lot of it is about maintaining momentum and keeping that momentum moving forward. I feel like when I take like a significant amount of time off, then it is really hard to get everything rolling again. So it's been busy though, because of that.
That's it, isn't it? Because did you have a lovely Christmas? Did you manage to get a break?
I did, yeah. So I live in Kansas City and my family is located up in New York. And so we went up and visited my family up in New York and got to hang out with them for just over a week.
Oh, fantastic. So you had a bit of time. That's the thing, isn't it? And then when you can come back to it, you feel a lot fresher when you've had that break. You know, that's it, isn't it? Because so you're Principal Cornet with Fountain City Brass Band.
Yep.
Which is fantastic. So that's a big commitment, isn't it? And then you're also a professor of trumpet. And that's Northwest Missouri University, is that right?
Yeah, Missouri Western State University. It's like an hour north of the Kansas City area.
Is it? Yeah. And you're full-time doing that? Is that your full-time job?
Yep.
Yeah. Brilliant. So the thing is, sorry, I've just started straight away, haven't I?
It's all right.
We just went straight in there, didn't we? So I just thought, well, like, we don't know each other. We've never even chatted before. So I think it's nice just to, like, I've written a few questions down to try and keep me, like, so I don't go off on a tangent, because it's easily done, isn't it? Is that all right? And the thing is, what I try to do with the podcast is to, like, try and because the thing is, one of the easiest things I find with a podcast is everybody's love for banding and for music and for brass comes out so easily that I don't have to do very much. Do you know what I mean? But it's like trying to, like, remember that it's inspiring younger players and older players as well, because I think that's it, isn't it? And it's like women in bands that, you know, like, there's so many doing so many fantastic things, and I just think it's just such a lovely thing for us all to, because you're playing, is it Athena as well?
Yep.
So you were in that band as well. So you came
Yeah.
over here last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I played a flugelhorn in the band last
Do you
year.
play flugel? Oh,
Hmm.
brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I had Diana Swoboda on.
she's awesome. Yeah.
She was a lovely lady, dear me. So like
Hmm.
I got in touch with her and she came on last year, and
Hmm.
she was fantastic to chat to, and
Yeah.
she was talking about how you all got together and you came over here, didn't you? And you did. There was some people going off went to Scotland and all over, didn't they? And did, you
Yeah.
know, yeah. Because how much time does that take up then when you're doing all your tours with the Athena band?
So it depends. It's very project based for that band. And so we'll have kind of an agreement that we're going up for the Royal Northern, for example. We got together on Tuesday of that week, had rehearsals Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with a concert Thursday. And then I think we either played Friday or Saturday in the morning. And so we got a sound check and then we're able to play the concert. And so it was just like 5 or 6 days of very intense playing and friendship and
Brilliant.
community. And it's pretty
Oh,
typical for that to be the schedule for us, whether it's for the International Women's Brass Conference or any of the other conferences that we've done. It's usually like a 4 or 5 day commitment.
brilliant. Yeah, so very intense, but
Mhm.
working hard, and everybody's just, yeah, some very good music. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm a flugel player as well.
I love
I
that.
I play, yeah, yeah. So like, and I listened to that beautiful piece that you've composed.
Hmm.
Was what was it called? The Stargaze.
Hmm.
That's absolutely beautiful because you would do a lot of compositions, don't you?
I started last year and I've been doing a lot of composing actually. It's started to be a pretty meaningful and weighty output for my scholarly activity. I'm actually in the middle of doing a project. I'm going to be applying for funding so that I can finish composing all of the pieces for an album of works that are written for some of my favorite chamber groups. So I play in an all women's brass quintet, a women's brass trio, a women's trumpet ensemble, and then I'm going to do a couple of solo pieces. And the idea is that all of those pieces I will have composed for groups of women.
Brilliant. So
Yeah,
we'll have to have some of those on, won't we? Some of those
absolutely.
groups on. That'll be lovely, wouldn't it? And we can
Hmm.
feature some of the music because I need to start doing that really, because
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
would be good, wouldn't it? Because
Mhm.
the thing is, I only ever just chat and then I'll put a few links on, but it would be nice to be able to feature a few pieces, you know,
Hmm.
and because I noticed that at the university there was some lovely pictures of you with some of your students who were in
Hmm.
a yeah, and what was that? What was all that then? You've written some music. That's what I saw on it. Yeah, tell us about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So well, if it was like our studio page, our brass students, we do a recital every semester and so I had them play a trumpet quartet that I had written for it was for a group over the summer and then we ended up playing and it was really neat to have my students perform that piece. And so we
Yeah.
obviously took some recordings and some photos of that so that people could see what they've been up to. And we're doing
Yeah.
another recital in March of this year with all of my students, and I'm hoping for kind of a similar setup for that.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, because
Hmm.
and you've also just done that one for the trombones. That's
Yeah, I
cool,
did.
that isn't it? That was really cool.
Thank
Is
you.
that for eight trombones? Is it
Yeah,
eight?
it's like
Yeah.
kind of like two choirs, two trombone quartets that are playing against each other. That was one of my earlier projects, and it just premiered this past week, and it was so cool to see that come to fruition. The conductor of that group and the instructor of the trombone ensemble, Justin Cook, was the first person that ever commissioned me to write a piece. And so it was kind of neat to see this like full circle moment
Oh,
where it actually got performed and it received a lot of really positive feedback. I think there are going
oh
to be quite a few
yeah.
trombone ensembles playing it. So I'm very
And will
excited.
that be available then? Will people be able to get that piece to
Yeah,
play in there?
all
Yeah.
of my music is published through Just a Theory Press. So any of the pieces that have been performed and premiered, as long as they're not in exclusivity with someone who's commissioned it, they're all available on the website right now.
Oh, Oh, fantastic. I'll have to put that link on, won't I? Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
brilliant.
you.
Now, I'm going to have to put my glasses on here because I've written a few notes and I'm as blind as a bat at the moment. I can't even see. I've written them down and I can't. So, right, I can see them now. I can't even read my questions. Right, let's have a look. So that's what I've just read. So you've completed writing 17 pieces of work last year. That's amazing, isn't it? And 65 known performances of your work last year. So that's absolutely amazing. So as well as everything else you do, so you really are honestly, you were doing so much work, aren't you?
It's been kind of neat because I've been, performing and teaching a lot over, for my career, but I hadn't started composing until last year. And it's been such a rewarding addition to what I do. I feel like I listen to music with more intent. I feel like I practice music with more intent because I'm trying to understand the perspective of the composer a little bit more intentionally. And so it's been a really neat process that's helped kind of repurpose my perspective on working on new works, especially written by living composers. It's been a real treat.
Yeah, brilliant. So let's have a look then. So I've missed this bit out. So both your Athena Brass and Fountain City were both nominated for Band of the Year, weren't they? 4 Bars Rest.
Yes, they were. That was so exciting.
That is so exciting, isn't it? How fantastic. Yeah. Because it's just great to see. Like, there's so many amazing bands, isn't there? And and you were part of 2 of the nominated bands. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So how long have you been playing? Have you been playing since you were very young? Or
yeah, I started when I was around 8 years old. So I've been playing close to 30 years at this point. Yeah. And I didn't start playing in brass band until around 2013. I'm very spoiled. The first brass band I ever played in was Fountain City.
Oh,
and
wow.
right. Yeah. So obviously it's a real treat to perform in that band. I started out on bottom third cornet. My origin story is actually very funny with the band. So my husband auditioned and joined the group first, and then I joined them for the next competition because they needed an additional cornet player. And I was like, I don't own a cornet, but I'm doing my doctorate in trumpet at UMKC, so I'm right down the street. So they gave me an instrument, and I think one of the youth band kids had used it last because it was a Behan Prestige, but it had an E-flat soprano mouthpiece, and I had no idea. And so I'm trying to play bottom third cornet parts on an E-flat mouthpiece with a Behan Prestige. And I was like, this sounds really, really bad. We figured it out eventually, but I was like, oh, I hope they don't hate my sounds. I hope they have me back.
Oh my goodness.
For me, for sure.
And then you were in the band and that's it, and then worked up in your principal cornet. Yep. Well, that's isn't it? That's amazing. So let's have a look. I've got some more. I've got a couple of questions here. So let's have a look. So, that's one of my questions that I've just put. So what led you to become principal cornet? How long did that take then to become? So it's not long, really, is it? If you only started in.
Yeah, I started playing principal cornet in 2018. Because I was pregnant at the time, actually, with my son, and so I started playing then, and I did kind of my first brass band championships, official one as principal cornet that year, like the following year. So.
Fantastic. Yeah. And then so that's it, isn't it? So you how did you find that then? Did you manage to keep playing while you were pregnant? And
I did. I was 5 months pregnant when we did the North American Brass Band Championships, and I remember we were playing Brussels Requiem, and I don't remember what the other piece was. Oh no, I do. It was. I'll think of it. It's like 27 minutes long. It's a hugely long piece. Wow. Hugely long test piece. Yeah. I remember kind of processing the impact that it was having on my breathing. I entered the solo competition that year too and received some comments that were like, yeah, just make sure that you're getting enough air into your body to support your sound. And I was like, I would love to do that. I promise you.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I played through the entirety of my pregnancy, and then I just stopped taking freelance gigs about 3 weeks before I was due, just in case I went into labor and had to cancel it. And then I started playing the week after I had my son, and I did a recital 3 months after he was born. So I was playing
Brilliant.
pretty
So you
quickly
just
after
kept
that.
playing. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I
Mhm.
think it's like because I had two children and like I've got William and Martha, but like William when I had him, um, I played all the way through and I was absolutely fine.
Mhm.
Um, but then and I think I did. When did I finish? I did May, and then I probably June. I finished playing, and then I had him in the July, and then I
Mhm.
was back in the September playing for the British
Yep.
Open. So I managed to, you know what I mean. But it's one of
Mhm.
them, isn't it? I was absolutely like worked so hard, and I'm like, no, I'm going to keep at it.
Mhm.
And but then when I had Martha, my daughter, um, it was so different because. I was all at the front, and I'm only
Mhm.
I'm only 4'11".
Oh,
I'm
there's no
only
way to go.
what I mean. So it's
Yeah.
absolutely huge bump, and it was
Mhm.
so hard to play. So like I ended up probably end of March, April. That was it, and I
Mhm.
didn't have it. I think it was maybe May, and then I didn't have it till November. But it's like early on, I was huge early on, and I couldn't even breathe because, and it just affects your breathing so much, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that's it, isn't it? But then, like, I had Martha, and then I went straight back to band,
Mhm.
and I think that's it, isn't it? And like we've all they've like Martha's 17 now, and William's 19. But they've grown up with me doing band and coming along and everything, and they absolutely
Mhm.
love it. They did sort of play for a bit, but they don't now.
Mhm.
But they know how much it means to me. And
Yeah, I think
I
it's
think
important to see that, to see, I think for my son, to see me kind of pursuing things that I feel passionately about, I think it enables him to feel the same strength and power in his
I
own
think that's it, isn't it? It
passions.
does. It doesn't. Yeah. And you see, then when we go places and like if he'll come with me, they seem to do. They really appreciate,
Mm.
even though they're not playing, they still appreciate and they come along to the contests, and it's like it's exciting, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, the
It
energy is
is
always very
the
exciting. My
energy.
son,
I think that's it, isn't it?
Mhm.
And it's like that, isn't it? Because like, how did you start playing then? Did any of your family play?
No, my whole family works for a molding and tooling company. So they do like precision manufacturing. And
Right.
then I'm the only musician.
Right.
And which is really cool. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate in the sense that my family maybe doesn't understand everything that goes into being a musician, but they are wholeheartedly supportive of my endeavors in it. And so like they come to my concerts, they're like, I don't know what that last song was, but it was cool. Sounded great.
Brilliant. So they come along
Yeah,
and there's plenty of support. That's the thing, isn't it?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think it's always nice to have that, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it's like even like because I've stopped I've got a little group now. So I've got
Mhm.
like a 12-piece brass group that I started 2 years ago. And I've stopped competing now. Like, I thought I've done it for 30 odd years. I'm getting on a bit now. So I'm looking at things totally different. But
Hmm.
I'm still loving it. It's
Yeah.
still music, and I still
Hmm.
feel like that passion, even though I'm not competing anymore. In a in a
Yeah.
in a contesting band. And it's amazing, isn't it? It stays with
Hmm.
you, doesn't it? I
Yep.
don't think I'll ever be able to
Absolutely.
walk away from it.
I want to just retire all the way back down on bottom third cornet. So I just want to like rock on, like I
Yeah,
know it's time when I'm like, it's a little too much upkeep for me to play principal cornet forever in my life. So I just want to like chill and
that's
like
it,
still
isn't
play
it?
obviously and be able to do the things, but in a like way less stressful position because principal cornet
That's
is
it,
such a
isn't it?
stressful spot. Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it? Because like, yeah, and then you can just enjoy it because like I know
Yeah.
you enjoy it now, but you have to keep put the work in
Mhm.
massively, don't you? And
Oh
it's
yeah.
that's it. So like, would you say have you got a lot of friends then through banding? Would you say through your
Oh,
music?
absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
My husband is in the solo cornet row in Fountain City as well. So we both do it together. Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
a lot of my colleagues at Missouri Western are in the band. And we spend holidays with people in the band. We do social things with them. It's truly a banding family. And I think that's what makes it so special is that I feel very connected to the music, obviously, but I feel overwhelmingly connected to the sense of community that's in
I
brass
think
band.
that's it, isn't it? A lot of ladies that I've talked to, it's all about the community as well, isn't it? And about your friends in banding and that kind of like banding family feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you put so much into it, don't you?
Oh, for sure. With Fountain City, it's also a project-based kind of setup for the band. We do quite a number of engagements, but every single concert cycle, people come in a couple of days before, and then we rehearse and stuff like that. And so we host people in our home. So every single
Oh, do
concert
you?
cycle, we'll have like 3 people that are staying with us. And so my son gets very used to having great brass players just kind of chilling.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. So what have you got coming up then? Have you got quite a busy
So we
calendar coming up?
we just finished our kind of like retreat cycle for our upcoming brass band championships for the United States or for the North American Brass Band Championships. So we were practicing our choice piece and then the test piece. I should know this. I just played it 1,000 times. Let me look it up.
All
um,
right.
so we just came back and it was right after break. So it was definitely something that I was like trying to keep on the back burner during our Christmas break. Um, oh yeah, the test piece for everybody in the NABA championships is the Lost Circle, Jan van der Roost's Lost Circle,
All right. Okay.
which is
Brilliant.
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
mouthful for sure.
Yeah. Dear me. So when are you playing that then? When will that be?
That'll be at the beginning of April. And so we typically what we do is like one weekend of rehearsals in January, and then we're going to do something similar in March. We're also doing kind of a local concert and then something in conjunction with the youth organization. So we get to connect with the mentorship opportunities in brass banding are equally as valuable and important and contribute to that sense of community. So we'd be doing that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then April is when we do the championships.
And then you'll be doing the championships. Oh,
Mhm.
amazing. Well, good luck with that then. Yeah,
Thank you.
it's amazing, isn't it? Because all our bands in the UK, everybody's getting ready for the areas. We call them the areas. So it's the qualifiers for the national finals. So they'll start at the beginning of March and
Mhm.
everybody will go through them in the whole country. It's like over 2 days, all the sections, and
Mhm.
it's exciting. I'll be going to listen,
Mhm.
and but it's fantastic, and I think that's it, isn't it? I will always go and listen, even if I'm not playing. I think that's it, isn't it?
Mhm.
And it's trying to like one of my jobs that I do is I do the because I'm in the northeast of England,
Mhm.
so like I'm based in North Yorkshire, so I help to put the program together for the northeastern areas, which
Mhm.
is in Durham. So like that's my kind of role. So like I'll help to design a program and put it all together and
Mhm.
put all the advertisers in it, and it's really exciting, bringing it all
Mhm.
together and seeing all the bands, and I just absolutely love it. It's exciting, isn't it? And then obviously then the first two usually go through to the finals, which are at
Mhm.
Cheltenham for the lower sections and at the Royal Albert Hall for the top section.
Mhm.
So, but the time just flies, doesn't it? I just
Oh,
think,
for sure.
doesn't it? You like get through one and then this and this. So
Mhm.
it's fantastic. So I've got a couple of more questions here. Let me have a look. So,
Sure.
so what I'm just with your experience with university and everything as well. What kind of advice would you give to young brass players who are auditioning for universities? Have you got?
Yeah, I have a couple of recommendations. I have not only do I teach at the university, but I also teach high school students and prepare them a lot for the process of auditioning for university. And there's a couple of things that I would recommend for those students. To me, one of the most important things about going to university is the relationship that you would have with your private instructor. So reach out to them prior to your audition. Make sure to take a lesson with them, see if that's a good fit. You want to see if you can sit in with some of the ensembles and just kind of gauge the energy. For me, I would want to be a place, I would want to go to school and study with someone that I feel safe with to make mistakes and to learn and grow musically. I would want to go to a place where I feel like, my person and my values are supported, a place where there's a strong sense of community and, in a place where I'm not going to pay back loans for a billion years because
Oh
that's
yeah,
a serious consideration, especially in the United States for sure.
yeah, yeah,
So those would be some of the recommendations when looking for a program. And then as far as auditioning, a lot of schools have similar audition requirements. And so seeing how you can consolidate the requirements. So it's kind of like a package, like a recital, for example, of the same
mm,
pieces that you can feel really comfortable and confident playing. So you're not
yeah,
trying to program like 7 different pieces and only doing 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. You want to try to have a very similar program so you feel really comfortable.
yeah.
And then lastly, probably to do some mock auditions, play for your family, play for your friends, get some of the adrenaline and some of the jitters out before you go and actually do your audition.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah,
Mhm,
and yeah, because I know there's a lot of advice about when you're practicing to
mhm,
pretend that you're doing it and
mhm.
set it up as if it's a total, and get all those feelings, isn't it? And deal
Yeah.
with them, isn't it? That's
Oh,
the
for
thing, isn't
sure.
it? Because there's so many feelings come up when you are performing,
Hmm.
you want, I think that's it, isn't it? A lot of it is coping with it, isn't it?
Hmm. Yeah. And
A young
as
player.
someone that adjudicates a lot of auditions, like we have audition cycles every year, I want to see the students play their best when they come into audition.
Exactly,
So
isn't it?
I,
Yeah.
I think students feel really scared that it's going to be exclusively judgment being received from the people that are adjudicating those auditions. And truly, genuinely, I just want them to feel comfortable, play their best, and hopefully have a really good experience in the university. So yeah, I hope that perspective just kind of softens the experience of
I
auditioning
think
for
that's it,
college.
isn't it? That's really good advice there, Jen. Thank
Mhm.
you. Yeah. I'm just gonna get a quick drink of my tea. Do you mind?
Yeah, you're
Sorry,
good. Not at all.
sorry, I'm dry. My throat's going really croaky.
I really like your mug a lot, though.
Do you like it? Oh,
Yeah,
it's
so cute.
October. I'm
Mm,
an October birthday. So my sister
mm,
got me this. It's lovely, isn't it, with the tigers?
mhm. Yeah.
My goodness, that's ginger tea and it's so strong, but it's lovely. I'm full of
Hmm.
cold and it's like, sorry, I was having
You're good.
it's so strong. Oh my goodness. Look, there's so much going about at the moment, and I've been trying to
Mm,
avoid it. But
hmm.
honestly, this morning I woke up and I thought, oh my goodness, here we go. Do you know what I mean?
That's relatable.
And it's awful, isn't it? And you're just like, I'm asthmatic, so like as soon as I get a cold, it's my breathing's awful.
Mhm.
Do you know? So it's like, but you can't avoid it.
No, I have a kindergartner, and I was teaching at a local high school yesterday, and I was like, I'm sure the amount of germs going through these these schools right now are,
So let's have a look. So that's one more thing. What would you say is a common challenge that you see in young brass players coming through? Would you say there's any?
um for young brass players,
Mm,
I think it is incredibly valuable, one, to cultivate relationships with the people that you go to school with and the people that you study with, because those relationships are what's going to create future connections for jobs and for
yeah,
those types of experiences. So you have to kind of like feed those relationships. You have to foster them so that they're long standing and that it can be like a mutually beneficial friendship.
yeah,
In a collegial nature. I think with a lot of my personal students, some of the things that are a struggle are balancing everything that's being asked of students. So keeping their playing up, making sure that they're passing all their classes, making sure that they're building their resume and their CV so that they come out of their degree and are marketable musicians and all of that stuff. And I guess my recommendation to those students would be, you don't have to do everything all at once. And you don't have to commit super early to one exclusive thing either. So to me, being in your undergraduate degree, especially, is like going to a buffet where you're like, there are 7 different types of chicken. I don't have to eat just one for the rest of my life. I can try this. And if I don't like it, I can switch to something else. And that's the purpose of all the ensembles and all of the degree options that you have, is that you can try something, you can sample something and decide if it's a long-term fit for you. So
and keep an open mind, isn't it? Yes. Yeah,
for sure. Don't be afraid to try something new, to try something different, and also to try some things that you don't know whether you will like them. And then
exactly,
you can,
isn't it? Because it's that there's so many amazing opportunities, like you say, isn't it? So I've got one more question now. So if you could go back to your younger self when you were first starting out, what advice would you give yourself?
Be patient. I feel like I'm a very type A individual sometimes, and so I just like I complete a project and then I'm on to the next thing, and sometimes I don't enjoy the fruits of the labor that go into that. And so I don't get to enjoy the process very much because my sights are onward and upward. And so I think just enjoying the process, being a little bit more patient, and enjoying what you're doing, because being able to be a musician professionally, and especially to educate the next generation of students, it's an overwhelming privilege. And sometimes I take it for granted.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, and you're doing amazing things.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
awesome.
lovely to talk to you. Thank you, Jen.
Thanks, Joe. Have a good one.
Brilliant. And you. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye. Thanks to Jen Oliverio for coming on our Brassettes podcast and spending the time chatting there about banding and what it's like banding in America. Really, really enjoyed it. Hope you have too. See you again soon. Bye. The music you can hear played throughout the podcast is called the Tees Components March, which is written by our friend Andrew Champion and played by our brass group, Tees Components Brass.